climbing, howling, mudding, more climbing. Since 1984, it's been cruising across America, hauling surfboards, skis, and friggin' boats. It's a good-looking, rugged machine just like me that evolved to a grand embodiment of off-road high-tech mastery. And the resale value ain't bad. This is everything you need to know to get up to speed on the Toyota 4Runner. A lot of our stories start with the head of design or the CEO of a car company having a blast of inspiration. But in this case, the idea percolated from the bottom up. In 1980, Jack Safro, a motivated Toyota dealer from Wisconsin, came up with an idea. This guy had been selling Toyotas since 1967, and let me tell you, he frickin' loved the things. Toyota trucks, loved them. Four-wheelers, loved them. But Wisconsin, it's a cold place. Wouldn't it be nice to have all the sport capabilities of four-wheel drive, but an enclosed space to keep you, your dogs, and all your other crap warm? You know, to get more utility out of your vehicle. Safro hit up Winnebago, who was just a couple states away, and he was like, yo, Winnebago, if I get some Toyota trucks over here, can you guys like put backs on them for me? Yeah, we're Winnebago. We turn cars into houses. So Toyota agreed to the partnership and sent over some bare bones versions of the Helix. What this new marriage birthed was the Toyota Trekker. It's actually Trekkie. About 1,500 Trekkers were sold. They featured a rear seat and a storage area covered by a fiberglass canopy. 1,500, while not a huge number, was 100% of the modified Toyotas. And Toyota's like, yo, we sold out of all those weird truck cars. Maybe we just make them less Winnebago and more Toyota. Cut out the middleman. Great job, boss. Let me know what I gotta do. Dude, my job is not letting you know what you need to do. Yeah, right. Totally, dude. I'm sorry. I only hired you because you're married to my sister, and if you don't improve quickly, I'm gonna chop your head off. What? I didn't mean that. I got a lot of going on at my house. My kid's getting in trouble at school. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, man. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm good. Let's get like friggin' lunch next week or something. I know we don't like hang out alone, but maybe we should. That'd be real nice. Wednesday? Hold on. Yeah, Wednesday works. Cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. You know what? Me too. And bro? Yeah? It's gonna be fine. Yeah, I know. All right, cool. Let's make our own SUVs. After some quick R&D and crash testing, the 4Runner was unveiled midway through 1984. It had a fiberglass canopy and four-wheel drive through a solid front axle. And of course, had that indestructible inline-4 under the hood. It looks awesome. In Japan, the 4Runner was unveiled as the Helix Surf. In 1985, for my birthday, 4Runners had optional electronic fuel injection that drove the power up from a paltry 100 horsepower to a whopping 116. The only thing about these cars, they are not fast. But you don't need speed when you're off-roading. People began finding out that their 4Runners could do just about anything, anywhere. They could handle the wind, snow, rocks, and rain. At the drop of a hat, you could disappear into the mountains, just like my dad. In 1986, the 4Runner lost the solid front axle to adopt HI-TRAC independent front suspension. The 4Runner was now more comfortable driving on the road and more capable while driving off-road. These cars were now more nimble when being used for sport off-road and gave you more utility from your vehicle. Sport utility vehicle, come on! It's no coincidence that 1986 is the first time we heard the now ubiquitous term SUV. Broncos and Trailblazers had been around since the 60s, but it wasn't until the 4Runner that we needed a special class. And during 1986, while Toyota is patting themselves on the back for improving their already impressive 4Runner, somebody popped the hood and noticed that the wider track width and independent suspension left a lot of room around that little four-banger. So they turbocharged the little monster. That extra room under the hood also let designers squeeze in a more powerful 3-liter V6 option in 1987, which would be the only drastic change to the first gen, as a major redesign was approaching in just a couple years. Spoiler alert. The second gen 4Runner was unveiled in 1989 and featured, yes, a new grille, but it also ditched the fiberglass top for a real metal roof. It's not a modified pickup anymore. And while other competitors had ass-end doors that opened up, the 4Runner still let you retract the rear window and use a true tailgate to get your ski boots on, or load your surfboard, or I don't know, have a mountainside picnic with that girl from Provo. I still remember you, Heidi. I just wanna be your favorite boy. The times they were a-changin', however, and outdated truck safety standards didn't hold up to this new SUV category that the 4Runner helped create. The second gen 4Runner got a driver impact crash rating of just 1 star. And unlike the 1 star I got for my art projects in Mrs. Casey's kindergarten class, 1 star in crash testing is not good. So Toyota was like, yo, did you see? Yeah, that sucks. What are we gonna do? Don't worry. Let's give ourselves 5 years, develop a totally new 4Runner. But like, what do we do in the meantime? I don't know, like throw in some like bars and some bars and yeah, dude, like weld in some freaking bars and okay. Do you, what? Wanna talk about what? That night, we said we would never talk about that. I know night. We said that, it never happened. I can't stop thinking about it. Well, stop. Stop? Stop. I can't. What are you saying? I might have to do something. If you do, I swear to God, I will fire you from Toyota. You wouldn't. So in 1991, they launched a complete 5-year redesign for the 4Runner 3rd Gen. It had more cargo room and a more aerodynamic look. Inside, however, the 4Runner was more luxury oriented, further distancing itself from more bare bones competitors. Oh, and there was an electric locking system for the rear differential, which in layman's terms means you could lock the rear diff electronically. The 4Runner was changing the complexion of the SUV market again. It was the Accutane of the SUV market, and sales were driven even higher by limited and Highlander packages available starting in 1999, exploiting the appeal of combining rugged durability and functionality with a luxurious interior. The 4th Gen again remained true to the aesthetics of its predecessor, which was now being called a mid-sized semi-luxury SUV with off-road capabilities. The 4Runner dropped the 4-cylinder and was now either available with a V6 or for the first time, a V8. These things were making more power for towing your boat up to Lake Havasu. They still felt perfect for hauling your board to the beach, and they're still able to comfortably get your gear through the woods. The SUV class now described big vehicles regardless of off-road ability, but the 4Runner remained true to its functional origins. The new 4Runners had auto leveling, height adjustable air suspension, and friggin' skid plates. Stock! Toyota is taking pains to ensure that the 4Runner's not just for hauling the kids to soccer practice, it's for hauling the kids to soccer practice on the top of a f***ing mountain. The 5th Gen 4Runner was unveiled in September 2009 at the Texas State Fair. Yeehaw! Y'all see that new 4Runner? Pretty good, luxurious and capable. I define barbecue by beef brisket and beef ribs. The limited trim was now available in 2-wheel drive because, yes, people who didn't need 4-wheel drive were buying the 4Runner because it looks great and it drives great. The SUV, established over 20 years prior, was now the #1 selling class of car. From the moment it replaced the Frankenstein offspring of a Winnebago Toyota marriage, the 4Runner has set the standard of aesthetic and functionality in the SUV class. Head up the mountains and you'll see 30-year-old 4Runners tearing through turns with their more modern siblings. It's a good-looking, functional vehicle that's comfortable on any terrain, and it never friggin' breaks. Thanks to Audible for sponsoring this video. Audible's got almost any book you want. Right now, I'm reading How to Drive, narrated by Ben Collins. He sounds like an angel and drives like a devil. He's the Stig. Sometimes I just like to hear his voice before I fall asleep. Hi, Ben. Audible lets you switch seamlessly between devices, picking up exactly where you left off, whether it's on your phone or your tablet, through your car, or at home on an Amazon Echo. You can get through tons of books while doing almost anything. Poopy. Audible members get a credit every month, good for any audiobook in their store, regardless of price, and unused credits roll over to the next month. Didn't like your audiobook? You can exchange it. No questions asked. Plus, your books are yours to keep. With Audible, you can go back and re-listen anytime, even if you cancel your membership. Start a 30-day trial, and your first audiobook, that's any book you want, is free. Go to audible.com/donutmedia or text donutmedia to 500-500. You can do it with audiobooks! We're starting to get into trucks and stuff. What other trucks are cool? Semi-dollar, still want the Lambo. As always, like, subscribe, comment, and share. We love talking to you guys. Really appreciate that you guys love talking to us. I love you. Dad? I haven't seen you since Christmas.